This video is presented by Media Calico Comics. Please go to my Patreon page in the description below and become a patron. And now, without further ado, please enjoy the video.
Hey, Raccoon! There's a chip blimp on our tail!
Is this what you meant when you said we'd be fighting a guerrilla war?
Bursting banana bombs from above, and the artillery fire from automated prank tanks below catch the good ship Raccoon in a deadly crossfire. For Rocket Raccoon and his crew, the toy war raging across Halfworld is no joke.
Hang on, everybody! We're taking evasive action!
Me? I'd rather take a powder. Just remember, Mr. Blackjack O'Hare, that it was you and your Black Bunny assassins who helped cause all this trouble when you kidnapped me for Lord Divine. Hey, Divine's only mad at me 'cause I kept ya, Lady Lylla. If I'd hand you over... Oi! My ears! You're such a bad bunny. Uncle Wall, can't we be rid of him?
Quite an abhorrent terror he is, my dear, but Rocket feels the rabbit has his uses.
Yeah, we agreed to pull Blackjack's pelt out of the fire after he saved me from being erased by the Red Breath. And as unsavory as his company may be, he knows every hideaway on Halfworld.
We've gotta reach shelter soon, or we won't be worth spit. Perhaps an unfortunate choice of language given our present predicament?
A communication from Lord Divine startles the Semian sentries piloting the chimp blimp.
Lob more banana bombs, you babbling baboons! You're monkey meat if they escape!
Aware that they too will be consigned to the scrap heap if Rocket Raccoon and company survives, the prank tanks set upon the battlefield by Mad Bull Judson Jakes tire with redoubled fury.
Oh, the apes are up and the clowns are down, and both of them are chasing us round and round.
You're nuts, Walrus. Singing at a time like this. In fact, you're all crazy. All we gotta do to buy our survival is toss out Lylla. As heir to the biggest toy fortune in the Keystone Quadrant, she's a prize Judson and Divine and fight over, giving the rest of us a chance to escape.
Another suggestion like that, O'Hare, and I'm gonna kick your cottontail out of the rockin' ruin so fast your fur'll fly. Now, I suggest that you start thinking of some other way to throw our pursuers off our scent, or reconcile yourself to dying with the rest of us.
The crew that dies together draws flies together. Since I ain't got no desire to share a common grave with the rest of ya, we're gonna have to hide together. There.
In that crater?
Ya asked me to find ya a hidey hole.
But Raccoon could never fit.
Nope. If you wanna live to stop this toy war, you're gonna have to sacrifice your ship.
Give up my rocket?
We need a decoy, or we're dead ducks.
With no chance to hawk it.
Alright, I'll have and ship.
Thus soon,
Autopilot set for robo-side, and I don't like it one bit. Sorry, ship, if there was some other way. Everybody on the rope ladder? Smokescreen causing any problems? Only when I breathe.
So stop! More air for the rest of us!
its crew shielded by a bilious cloud of impenetrable smoke. The Raccoon ruin skims low over the Badlands. A craggy crater ahead, its hunters in hot pursuit behind.
We're over the crater. On my signal. Everybody drop!
There goes the Raccoon ruin!
Go loose, crew! Yeah, and with any luck, our pursuers'll figure that we went with it. And roll!
Hitting a sandy slope inside the crater, roll they do, down into darkness. Soon, in subterranean shadow.
What kind of crater is this? Look at the strange slime coating the walls.
Shh! We ain't out of danger yet. I'll say, I can hear the prank tanks lumbering nearer overhead. You hair-brained hair. All they've gotta do is lob a few banana bombs down this hole, and we're cooked. Oh, Raccoon of little faith, I didn't drop us here to die. Watch.
Catchy tune.
Our enemies know where we are now for sure.
Couldn't be helped. Whistling's the only way I know to summon the wild worms of Halfworld, also known as our transportation.
The fugitives quickly mount.
Since they came pre-saddled, why are they called wild worms, O'Hare? The saddles straddle their pleasure centers, Raccoon. The thrill they get from carrying passengers drives them wild. Now hang tight.
The worms writhe deep into Stygian shaftways, while bomb bursts fill the cavern behind them.
Tree! Dropping bombs upon his head will surely make Rocket Raccoon dead.
Sure of their victory, clowns and chimps crow. But deep down below,
Bombing's stopped. You saved us, O'Hare, but take us to shelter. And no tricks.
Tut tut. You still mistrust me, Walrus. I'm hurt. Truly hurt. But not as hurt as you'll be if you don't holster your tusks. And duck!
deeper into darkness the wild worms wiggle, carrying Rocket Raccoon and his companions only Blackjack O'Hare knows where. Meanwhile, let's eavesdrop on a conference call being beamed from orbit above Halfworld to a most foreboding edifice burrowed beneath the equatorial Badlands.
Jakes! 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 Surely even you, in your mole-like myopia, see that our current competition is counterproductive. There can be only one chief toysmith in the Keystone Quadrant, Divine. But why? Our toys are quite different, yet both appeal to the loonies of Cuckoo's Nest. Why should we clash?
We've already seen how a successful collaboration could rid us of a thorn in our sides, like Raccoon.
That's true. But to give up my dream of becoming the preeminent purveyor of pleasure in this corner of the cosmos.
Console yourself with the thought that cooperation will allow us to concentrate on marketing, making us both rich beyond our wildest dreams. Besides, we will need each other's help should Raccoon and the lovely Lylla still live.
Live? Impossible! They were blasted to bits in the Badlands!
Can you be sure we retrieved no bodies? Lylla stands to inherit your factory, ending your proprietorship.
And if Raccoon manages it for her, he'll give the toys away free to the loonies. And if Raccoon manages it for her, he'll give the toys away free to the loonies.
Making them happy while undercutting my sales.
We're partners then, Divine, till Raccoon's confirmed death do us part.
At that moment, far beneath the crust of Halfworld, the Worm Riders spy light at the end of the tunnel.
Where are we, Rocket?
I'd ask O'Hare if I thought I could trust his answer.
I've brought you to shelter, like I promised, Raccoon. Shelter on the robot side of Halfworld.
That explains the sterile smell of this place.
And this is their garbage dump. Wait till you get a whiff of their central city when this air chute whisks us up.
How do you know so much about the robot of Halfworld, O'Hare?
The robots make the toys our animal toysmiths design, Raccoon. And many's the time I've snuck over here to steal them before delivery.
Going up?
Soon,
Every deal for every toy sold on Halfworld is negotiated in this cantina. Here animals and robots meet to plan the pleasures of humanity, meaning the loonies, of course.
Somebody's been sipping from my bar!
I'll keep another glass of bilge. Don't shove that pig. You gotta send him home sober.
All you've told us is where we are, O'Hare, not why you've brought us here.
'Cause Jakes and Divine ain't likely to look for us here.
Well, some of these animals look less like traders than like friends of yours.
Rocket, look! That robed figure sitting over there in the shadows. It can only be Uncle Pyko, Judson Jakes' chief toysmith.
Pyko. As if the toy war tearing Halfworld apart weren't bad enough. Lylla tells me that you stole the Halfworld Bible, the loonies' most sacred tome.
Please, Ranger Locket, no violence. With the company you've been keeping, I figured you'd come here sooner or later. I came to strike a bargain with you.
What kind of bargain?
Just this. Make me Chief Toysmith of the Keystone Quadrant, and I will help you to end the toy war being waged by Jakes and Divine.
As Raccoon and his friends rail at Pyko's temerity, Black Jack O'Hare slips away through the smoke-filled cantina.
Don't trust him, Rocket. The Chief Toysmith holds the happiness of the loonies in his paws. And Pyko's already shown his contempt for the loonies we animals are pledged to protect by stealing their incomprehensible sacred writings.
I did not steal the Halfworld Bible, lovely Lylla. I merely borrowed it, that I might attempt to decipher its ancient runes.
I've been trying for years to translate the symbols used by the legendary shrinks who pounded Halfworld. I couldn't read them. Nobody can.
Ah, but I have. Let me read to you some excerpts from the ship's log of the ancient shrinks. And in their 5th year out, our hospice ships found a world suitable for habitation. It was with great rejoicing that we set down, and commenced constructing a facility to house and treat our patients, those whose mental disorders had caused them to be cast out from our world and the companionship of our race. But we psychiatrists were determined to prove that those poor souls deemed hopelessly insane could be cured. Thus, we administered our patients from our headquarters in Asylum. For years, we studied and experimented, expanding our knowledge of the functioning and dysfunctioning of the human mind. While we worked, the robots we created saw to our patients' needs, while animals we brought along for this purpose provided them with entertainment and companionship. But then, one fateful day, word came from our homeworld that our research was in question, and that our funding was being cut off. We were ordered to return. Having no choice, we obeyed. But we left our patients behind, safe in the asylum we set up for them, protected by a space-encircling Galatian wall that we hoped would shield them from the sane society that loathed them. Thus, we left our patients uncured, in the care of the robots and in the company of the animals. There are no further entries in the Doctor's Bible after that one, but we can speculate on what happened here on Halfworld after the departure of the psychiatrists. Ages passed, the robots exceeded their original programming, perhaps caused by radiation from a nova affecting their inner workings. Anyhow, they developed an artificial intelligence, and yet still they faithfully looked after the generations of loonies who, if not congenitally insane as their ancestors had been, were born into and affected by their parents' insane environment here. Insanity was normal. But the robots, supremely logical, began to chafe at the illogical of the humans in their care. They sought a way out, and found one. They played around with genetics and enhanced the intelligence of the animals, enabled them to talk, gave them prosthetics that mimicked human movement, and set our ancestors to the task of tending to the loonies' needs. The robots retreated to their own industrial side of Halfworld, where they have manufactured machines for us and toys for the loonies. while they have labored on their huge humanoid starship ever since.
Then we animals started out as pets for mentally deranged humans?
Companions, pets, playmates, that's about it.
But that means that I've spent my whole life searching for sanity in a universe established to house the insane!
Don't take it so hard, Ranger. Remember, once a nut house, always a nut house. The task is now to try and establish such order as may be possible here by ending the toy war. And to do that, we need the help of the robots.
You're gonna need more than that, gang. Eh? It's Rabbit Redux! But you can call us Blackjack O'Hare and his awful 8. I can think of other things to call you, O'Hare.
O'Hare doesn't care about the toy war. He just wants to seize Lylla and the Halfworld Bible so he can deliver them to the Vine and get himself back in his employer's good graces. We can't allow that.
How you gonna stop me, Tortoise?
Like this.
From a hatch in Uncle Pyko's shell, a decidedly deadly autoblaster emerges and cuts loose.
Jerusalem crickets! Curse you, Pyko! Let's see how you like your laser served right back at ya! Look out, Pyko! That wily rabbit's using a reflective tray to return your laser fire!
I can't see him through the glare.
Ha! First I blind ya, then I find the lovely Lylla, hostage supreme.
That's what you think, you horrid hare. Though their leader lies in a humiliated heap, the awful 8 fight on.
Jets and Jakes will pay a fortune for their heads.
And Lord Divine will pay another fortune for the rest of them. That's us all over, unless we can blast our way out of here.
Then stand back, all. Well-stolen walrus lets loose with a blast from his bicuspid cannon.
Ah! Those terrible tusks! Careful, Wall! You almost got me!
A good shot. One that reduced the frightful 5 to a terrible trio. But they're regrouping, and we're running low on powder and ammo. We'd be well advised to make a run for it.
Thus, under cover of the laser smoke,
They're trying to give us the slip. After him! Whoa! Get Lylla to safety! Pyko's so slow that O'Hare's sure to get him unless I go back for...
There's no need for you to be concerned for my welfare, Ranger Lockett. You see, I never did believe the old adage about slow and steady winning the race.
By all the curses my mama ever taught me to say, Rocket Raccoon and Company are getting away. Ah!
soon,
There's ship. The robots' great humanoid starship. Almost completed.
Why are they building it, Uncle Wall? There's no way anyone can get around the Galatian wall.
Because they're robots, Lylla. programmed to build, whether what they build can be used or not.
Maybe not. If anyone can escape the Keystone Quadrant, the robots can. But then what? Is there sanity beyond the Galatian Wall?
Here we are. Assembly line. This is the Robots' central manufacturing facility, where every toy designed on Halfworld is actually assembled. But this is no time for sightseeing. Some word of your survival is sure to have reached Judson Jakes and Lord Divine by now. So come and meet the hero robot. Greetings, organic things. How may I be of service?
Yes. How can the robots help us, Uncle Pyko?
The Halfworld Bible holds the key to that, my dear Lylla. You see, besides being a historical account of the founding of Halfworld, it also contains a detailed psychiatric study of the forms of insanity manifested by the loonies the shrinks had been attempting to treat. So if the robots could only design toys geared to the therapeutic treatment of the mental patients of Cuckoo's Nest, the loonies might be cured. Jakes and Divine's toy war would have to end, as their former customers would no longer have any need for their products.
But I thought that you wanted to take their place as chief toysmith.
That I do, Ballinger Locket, but not for the power that Jakes and Divine both crave. No. I want to design toys for the sheer pleasure of the task itself. Then I'll give my toys away and go on to design even better ones.
I guess I've wronged you then, Uncle Pyko, 'cause what you're intending to do is exactly what I would have done. But now what?
Yes. How do you intend to program the head robot to make these therapeutic toys of yours?
All the diagnosis and observations of the ancient shrinks are written down in the pages of the Halfworld Bible, Ranger Locket. From this, they can figure out a therapy program. It only remains for you to decide whether or not to ask the robots to implement it.
Me? Yeah! We animals are pledged to protect the loonies. It doesn't matter that we started out as their pets, or that it was the robots who dumped the job on us. We accepted the job and the responsibilities that came with it. So, okay, maybe now a cure'll be found and our job'll end. That's good, for the loonies, and we're supposed to do what's best for them. So they've gotta forgive me for feeding their most sacred relic to the head robot, right?
In goes the Halfworld's Bible to the head robot's mechanical maw.
All units, prepare for reprogramming. Head robot is digesting data.
That didn't take long.
But what will it do with the shrinks' diagnosis?
What kind of toy will it construct based on their centuries-old notes?
And can any toy possibly cure the loonies of their insanity?
Good questions, one and all. And this is the answer.